Howdy, folks, and welcome to week 13. So this week, we're going to watch the week 13 video. Of course, you're doing that right now. Congratulations. You're going to look at, for my feedback and your peers and your Essay 3 Google Doc, your draft from peer review. Okay, so if you completed peer review Thursday, by Monday this week, you should have feedback from me in addition to your peers. Our next move, of course, is going to be to revise that. All right. So after that, you're going to check your feedback on your Essay 4 Ideas sheet. I will often give you some feedback, talk to you about how to focus this more. That is typically the biggest thing we need to do. Once you've looked at that feedback, I want you to write your Essay 4 proposal and your introduction. Why are we doing the introduction so early? Well, ultimately, because the beginning of this piece is about a practical problem, the introduction really needs to establish that this is a problem. So this is your opportunity to kind of like introduce the problem, talk about the scope of it, how many people are involved, how many people does it affect, what do we know about it, all of those sorts of things. Sort of that background information about the problem before we get into the more specific research question, okay? So those things there. And then for Thursday, you're going to complete your Essay 3 final draft. Of course, again, you'll have feedback from me by Monday. You want to look at the feedback on your Essay 4 proposal. If everything looks good, go ahead, just like we did with Essay 3, break your central research questions down into smaller questions using the template, okay? And you're going to submit your Essay 4 research questions, of course, right? Again, no answers at this time, just the questions. This is about getting feedback on how we're thinking about the question. We can go ahead and go take a look at this in the sample notebook. Okay, so proposal, there is a sample proposal that is linked. Okay, I'm going to actually back up real quick, and I want to apologize for this, but I'm going to back up real quick. Let me go through the tabs. First and foremost, there is the sample Essay 4 proposal introduction. I will come back to that momentarily. Again, just places to submit all of those things in the work to do folder, the Essay 4 intro, the E4 proposal, the E4 research questions, and your Essay 3 final. If you click this, it'll give you a new link, and it will take you to, of course, the sample. That's what I wanted to do, so my apologies for that. All right. So the proposal, again, you're going to lay out your practical problem, why it matters. This is, again, going to be about the scope, how many people are affected, all of those sorts of things, what your central research question is, what you are trying to figure out, and then, again, parameters. What are we going to investigate in order to try to answer that question, okay? Now, I want to note this sample Essay 4 proposal was written by a student in our not in our class, but for my English 102 class. So this is all student work. So this is the student's proposal. You'll see the student's introduction. I believe we'll get to see the research questions, all of that sort of stuff as well. Okay. Next tab here, of course, the introduction. Here's a sample introduction. You can sort of get a sense as to what this looks like. And then, of course, finally, the research questions. Just like we did before, we've got the red, the green are going to be due at this time. Please feel free to make use of this purple section. What terms are we going to use to search, and where might we look? Okay, who would have this information? Where would we start to look? Do not worry about answering these questions. Students always think that they need to answer the questions right now. We've got 2 weeks to do the research on this, basically. Okay, so we've got some time on that. This week, what I want to see is you can break the central question down into smaller chunks. Okay, so again, that's everything. And you'll see for the rest of the semester, a lot of this is going to be very much focused on work. This is your opportunity to, go through the learning process of doing a full research project, but also show me what you've learned over the course of the semester about identifying high quality sources, about how to think through questions, about how to incorporate those sources, all of that stuff. This is your opportunity to show all that off. Okay. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm here to help.